Well, 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 well. This is really loud. At least in my ears it is. Hold on. We just do the cheaty way of turning it down on my headphones specifically because I have a hard time accessing my sound in this. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I can hear my sister coming down the steps. I'm probably not gonna, actually make any of the gasping sounds. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. You got an evil villain laugh somewhere in there? Or are we not going that far? August 3rd. Really early in the morning. 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. That's not great, Phoenix. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Hold on. Hey. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to being a lawyer, I feel like doing a case for someone that you know isn't gonna do you any favors. Because if your client is indeed guilty, that's pretty risky waters for you, huh? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. You know, personally. Just personal opinion. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything. It's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh. Larry, buddy, wrong game. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Wrong game, buddy. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. Larry, wrong game! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. You can't get the death sentence with only one murder, I don't think. At least not with a citizen murder of someone without priority or anything. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Now, if you were to assassinate the president, that is a different story. But since she was a normal person... Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Can I check the court record right now? I can. Candy. Alright. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. It's a murder trial. Nothing is simple when it comes to murder. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy who they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Cool. But I know better than anyone. That he's a good guy at heart. That and I own one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Man, the jury is loud. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Is it not it's your first trial, isn't it? Wait, am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. It's your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should test to ascertain your readiness? Thank you, Your Honor. Oh God, that was an accident. Guess we'll never know. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just take your wits and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name. Cindy. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Thank God I only have to deal with you for this trial. Oh God, that's cruel. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed on the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright? Who is the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct? You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. The statue was added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. You told me this before. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief. What do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything. Unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. You're too confident. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Who the fuck is Mark Anthony? Moving on. Didn't they all die? Yeah? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. Larry, buddy, you were dumped. What's you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Oh. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. Oh. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. Where the fuck is this going? It appears that she had several sugar daddies. That's where this is going. Okay. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. Larry, do you not know what the fuck a sugar daddy is? Dude, I'm trying to remember if you guys already know my age or not. I think you do, because I may have said when my birthday is anyway. Anyway, yes. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering, because that's irrelevant to the case. My client has no idea what the victim was seeing other men. The question is irrelevant. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? Larry, this is about a murder. Also, that's speaking of the dead. This is about a murder. It doesn't really matter what type of person she was, even though that she was clearly the cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Wrong game. Yeah, and when I meet her in the I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Okay. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh. Well, you did, or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. This is court. I know. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Damn, the jury's hard to please. Order! Well, Mr. Butts, dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers to the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Shawit to the stand. You look like a money launderer. Anyway, Mr. Shawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes! I already fucking hate him. Mr. Shawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I closed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a neighborhood park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. 1 p.m., huh? Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sharkwitz used was one of those. Your Honor, I have the record of the blackout for your referral from noon to 6 p.m. the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony that your witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. I need to check the court record for once. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradiction between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I am going to open the court record. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions and I saw a man who fled an apartment. I don't think that's gonna. He must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. So look inside the apartment. What gave you idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Is it only human to want to peek? That's fucking creepy. We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. True words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. I made some paint come off so quickly. So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead. Are you sure she was dead? What? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. Man, my family really needs me. Well, no, I guess I wasn't, but she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I called and prayed and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Wait a minute. How would you know if you didn't go in? The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right, what the fuck? But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Thank you! Oh, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. That's still going into the apartment! And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found the phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. How did you tell the time? How did you tell the time? Oh! You found the body at 1 p.m. Are you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the death is sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How did you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. Not in murder, it's not! After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Shawit, why are you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Why you stuttering, boy? Why you nervous? Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you had to do. Point out the contradictions. I know. I've seen people play this game quite a few times. Lies always beget? More lies. It's either one, and on their whole story falls apart. Especially when it comes to the time of the murder. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. That isn't possible either. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Okay, that's still not possible. I see. You heard her saying the time over a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may have crouched. Right, you know what to do. I've got this one. Where's that time that you said about the TV? I heard the time. There was a voice saying it. It was probably coming from the television. Hold it right there. Prosecution said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Shawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Shawit, the court would prefer to hear accurate testimony from the very beginning, because this is the second time we changed it. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Shawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. It must have been when I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense must cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I actually don't know when to... I saw it. There was a terrible clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? The murder weapon that is a statue? I mean, it's not a statue, but it says it's a statue. I'm impressed on that one. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Isn't the murder weapon counted as a statue? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? I'm a lawyer! Answer the question, Mr. Showit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilted in the time. Says it out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? You tilt it and you hear the time? Which means it doesn't display the time, but you can hear the time? I have problems with this, but... Fuck, I don't think I can say anything. I think that was the only contradiction, wasn't it? No. I guess not. There's a clock in the scene, so no problem, right? Are you out of your mind? The clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said it himself. He never entered the apartment. Fuck, I should have said yes. It was in his testimony. Hey, you're right. Something the matter. Does the defense have anything to add? Yes. Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand, yet the witness testified that he never... I don't know if I should call that an accent, a stutter, or a crack in my voice, but it was something. It sounded like I was suddenly from New York. Yet the witness testified that he... testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment of the day of the murder. Oh, yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You shook her with the clock, and the shook of the bow triggered the clock's voice. That's the sound you heard. Order! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Showitz, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since murder wasn't just spoke when you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? You can't call objection to ask that question. This is all baseless conjure. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. The witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day I never... Look, the clock, I heard no, I saw it, nah. His toupee is fake? Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him, he killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Order? Order in the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment, please. There's a shed of evidence supporting the defense claims. Mr. Wright? Your Honor. You claim the sound of the witness heard from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think through this carefully. Your Honor, the sound was sure was definitely the clock. In fact, which... Okay. What do I do? I don't... Try sounding the clock, I guess? Sound the clock now. You're in the court, Your Honor. May I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. I'm getting too excited. I'm gonna have to stop recording soon. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Shawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Shawit, try and talk your way out of this one. Ha! 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 You forgot one thing. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know I was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? How can you prove that? You don't have a case. I can prove it. He's right. I can. I can prove it. I can prove it. I can. I can. I can prove this. I can prove this. I can prove this. I can prove this. Wait, no, let me prove it again. Sense the caution. No, I can't. You lose your toupee. You are a criminal. You are. I can prove it. I can tell you why it's 3 hours slow too. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Shawit. Excuse me? Yeah, I mean, Chief. Because you shouldn't call your boss by their first name when you're working. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. I can. Nobody can prove that. Yes, I can. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Including the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Thank you. Right? Right? It sounds like I said the same word twice, but Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Huh? Tough words. Let's see what you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Passport. The passport. The passport. The victim had just returned home from aboard the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. Here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Shawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? That was not clever. foamed at the mouth. Order, I say. Passed out. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected, Mr. Payne. Your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Expect more of it, Your Honor, because that is this entire game. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Sherman was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sherman let himself to do his own work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sherman grabbed the nearest splendid object he could find and killed the victim. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Great, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, I imagine Larry must have... My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. but my candy Windy. Gone, man. Gone forever. Larry. She was a... Nah, never mind. She was a hoe. She was a whore. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here. Take this. It's a present. The murder weapon? A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence then? Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. She was a hoe. Doesn't that make you want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Nate? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive that you weren't just some club to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick? I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. I hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let any of what you believe, never let go of anything of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about that sometime. Maybe over drinks? If you're talking about now, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure you die pretty soon, like the next case. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep, because she fucking dies. The end. Also the end of the video. We're probably not gonna do, like, a brand new episode has been these two. Okay, so oh, no, we're not starting this now. We are not starting this now. Let me beep. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Let me stop. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? You know what? We're gonna do this the difficult way. We're gonna do this difficult way. Oh, just there we go. Oh man. Oh shit. You saw nothing. Nope. That's even worse. I've dug myself a hole. Yep, you guys have seen this picture. Anyway. So, that is all for today. That was what, like 32 minutes of recording? 42? 43? That was the first part of Phoenix Wright, and this might become a series. This might just be a one-off thing. I felt like recording, but I didn't feel like recording Minecraft or Roblox because that's the only thing I've been recording recently. I mean, and of course, like, gacha stuff, but in those I just take scenes and stuff. So, you know, I could have recorded Stardew, but like that actually is gonna take a bit to set up, because I have to set it up again and stuff, and I don't know if I still have the progress that we were doing, like the world we were doing with, I don't remember if I named it Ezra or Bobby, but if I do, we'll play Stardew again. We might do Ace Attorney again. We might do Phoenix Wright again. But if we do, cool. If we don't, sucks. This was pretty much a 45-minute video. So, one of my longer videos, I mean, not the longest video I've done. I think my longest video would have been an hour and 30 minutes if I had ever uploaded it. I don't think I did. But, you know, this was pretty long. If we do this again, they're probably going to be in parts, because I'm not going to do a case for every single episode, because they would be extremely long, and I just cannot deal with that. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I do more content and stuff like that, but my main content is gotcha stuff. But I mean, I think we have fun. That is all. Bye, loves.